More than a week after the election, Florida Democrats are now in the middle of a major blame game behind the scenes following major defeats up and down the ballot. So what did go wrong and whose fault really is it? Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders tonight with new insight from Tallahassee.
There's no easy way to say it. It was a bad night for Democrats on election night. Not only did Donald Trump win his home state by about 13 points, a historic victory for him, the Republicans were also able to keep their Senate seat, their House seats. They also were able to keep their supermajorities in the legislature, not to mention flipping Miami-Dade County for the first time since the 80s. So what happened?
Election night was a disaster for Florida Democrats up and down the ballot.
The 47th president of the United States.
And Republicans are relishing it.
I think Nikki Fried obviously changed her logo to a panther in the middle of this, and I think that's a metaphor for where they are. I don't see a path forward for Democrats in Florida for a period of time.
Angry Democrats are now sounding off online. The former head of the Florida Harris campaign, Jasmine Bernie Clark, said the state was, quote, never in play, and we all knew it, further complaining about little to no funding and saying, quote, the Florida Democratic Party failed because they didn't take Florida voters seriously either. Fix your expletive. Miami Democrat Billy Corbin went further, saying in an open letter he was leaving the party and called for the resignation of State Chair Nikki Fried and Miami-Dade County Chair Chevron Jones. Quote, if you have a modicum of pride or shame after last week's electoral bloodbath, you will resign from your positions as well.
Us pointing fingers or pointing blame on who fault it was a national upset. This wasn't a state or a local thing. This was a national upset that we had with the Democratic Party.
Jones told us he's leaving in December, but it was always the plan, given that he's a state senator. In an op-ed for MSNBC, the lawmaker lamented that Dems missed on messaging, specifically the economy.
I think that we have to admit the fact that when people voted, people wanted to vote with their wallets and their pocketbooks, and that's what they did.
For Democratic strategist Steve Shale, the loss was a culmination of issues that had been building for 8 to 10 years: crumbling party infrastructure, weak voter registration, and writing off parts of the state that used to be competitive.
My party keeps looking for the silver bullet, and there is no silver bullet. You know, Republican operative buddy of mine, Kevin Sweeney, often says the secret is there is no secret. It's just hard work. And we have huge swaths of this state that our party is completely irrelevant in.
His advice: go back to the basics. No magic slogans, just voter registration, quality candidates, and organizing for the next election.
One person we haven't heard from yet is State Democrats Chair Nikki Fried. She's sitting down with us on Thursday to talk about what went wrong, what's next for her and her party. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.